Hi everybody, it's Stuart Schlossman here. I haven't seen you in quite some time. It's been several weeks since I last made a podcast, and that's simply because I've just been out of time. I mean, it's hard to do everything, and it's not that I'm doing everything for MS Views and News or Stu's Views and MS News, but we've had so many new projects come up and so many education programs that we've done for 2011 that it's just been difficult for me to find time to also do podcasting. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do today's podcast is because a neurologist asked me to speak about self-advocacy. And he asked me to do this because he knows that I often talk about it when I'm out on speaking engagements and such. And, there's multitudes of ways that you can be your own self-advocate. And in fact, the National MS Society has an entire page written about it, or an entire section written about it. And, basically self-advocacy, though, is speaking up for yourself. For instance, like when you need to go to see your neurologist, or any other doctor for that matter, you should have lists prepared for when you want to get there, because he or she has no clue what's wrong with you. Yes, you could walk in there and you don't feel well. Maybe you've been forgetting to write things down. Maybe you're just wanting to hear what he or she has to say about things that have been ailing you. But there's no way that this doctor can know what's wrong with you unless you can realistically get in there and speak about what's going on with you. Go with complaints. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear the complaints, because it's the only way that you're going to resolve those complaints, is to speak with he or she about it. So like a week prior to having your appointment, start writing your list. Write everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Write everything that you've been feeling, or that you think that you've been feeling, or any negatives about your health at all. Just write it down. Then, maybe the day before you go there, you can go through your list and see what it is, and scratch off what you really don't want to talk about, or what you think is just redundant, repetitious of how you've been for years. But you've got to be able to go in there with those lists. Another thing is that you yourself know how you're feeling. Think of how you were feeling a year ago. Think of how you feel today. See how your life has changed. Think about your quality of life. Think about how you were able to get around a year or two ago and how you're able to get around now. Have you slowed up? Are you on the same medication? If you are on the same medication and you think you're getting worse, then maybe you really need to speak with your doctor about this, because quality of life, remember, means that you need to be getting around better. Also, though, quality of life is not just about the medications. Maybe you just need a cane to get around, or maybe you need a walker to get around better if you've already been using a cane and the cane isn't doing enough for you. Think about using assistive devices that can help you to get out and enjoy things. A few years ago, I had a situation where we were going to be going out of town, and I wasn't able to walk that well at the time. So my wife came home with a cane for me, and she said that you're going to start using this. And I was against it at first, but really, people, this is what you need to do if you want to enjoy getting out there and doing things more often. So think about that. Summarize your points for your discussions with your doctor. Summarize your points of discussion that you want to have with your family. Think about the things that concern you most, and just get out there and talk about them. You have to realize that you are your own customer, and you have to be your own boss. You can't depend on your family to do things for you. You can't depend on your doctors, your medical or healthcare professionals or whatnot to say how you're feeling. Only you know how you're feeling. And you've got to get out there and do something about it. Okay? So this is going to end my talk for this week. If you have any questions for me, please, write back to me, or just go to either the National MS Society's website, or possibly the MS Foundation, or just Google self-advocacy and see what it actually means. but really, really get into it and do for yourself, because nobody else can do for you. Now, I want to thank all of our sponsors of this podcast series, YouTube, whatnot, our website. I hope that for those that are not registered and are affected by multiple sclerosis, that you visit our website to register. You can go to www.msviewsandnews.org. Thank you again, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.